So this week, motorsport lost one of its greats as three-time world champion Niki Lauda passed away. Valtteri, you worked with Niki at Mercedes over the last few years. Just what did he mean to you?
Obviously, really shocking news to start the week. For sure, he meant a lot to me, but for every single team member of ours in the race team and at the factory, and he was a big part of Mercedes family. He was a massive motivation for everyone, for myself as well, for sure as a driver, everything he's achieved and with the difficult career he had and all the comebacks and everything, but also as a person, it's been great and never forget many good moments. So for sure it's not kind of nice in terms of mindset for the weekend, but I'm sure as a team we can turn it into a strength and respect Niki with a going flat out on track and bringing good result.
Yeah, for sure. It's, as Valtteri say, shocking news. But he wrote a big chunk of story of this sport, not only as a driver but as a person. I never had the opportunity to work with him, but definitely he was a big racer, and yeah, we'll miss all of us, him, and I think at least my personal hopes were to meet him back in the paddock, but unfortunately this will not happen, and yeah, that's unfortunately part of life.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Niki was a legend of the sport. He achieved a lot in his career, but also after his career, he was also a very generous and funny guy as well. Of course, I've never really worked with him, but with the chats we've had and stuff, he's been a great guy, and for sure it's a big loss to Formula One. So all thoughts go out to his family right now.
Any interaction I had with him, any brief chats or just pleasantries, just a kind man. I think most of the world who follows motorsport knows him as the racer, for sure, and everything he went through, which was astonishing to say the least. But yeah, my personal moments with him was just always kind, and obviously for a few years, we were competitors, but yeah, never a bad thing to say. So. Yeah, just as the guys touched on, thinking of his family, but the legacy he leaves is pretty amazing, and for sure we remember these good things.
Well, I didn't have much chances to speak with Niki, but the very few times I've been speaking with him, he has been extremely nice to me and was always very disponible. Is that the right word? I don't know.
Available?
Available, yeah, sorry. Available and also very humble for what he achieved. So yeah, I think he's a great example for the sport in general, and he will be missed a lot.
If we look ahead to this weekend now, Charles, we'll stay with you. This is your second time racing at home in Formula One, but first time in the red of Ferrari, so it must be a special weekend ahead for you.
Yeah, home Grand Prix is always a very special weekend, and even more this weekend, obviously, coming here in full red with Ferrari, with also a chance to have a very good result. So we'll push. Obviously, we've had a difficult start of the season. The low-speed corners weren't great in Barcelona, but normally Monaco is pretty different. We'll try to turn the things around. It's not going to be easy, but we'll give it everything.
After 5 races, Bahrain sort of stands out as the obvious highlight for Ferrari in terms of performance. Now that you've had a couple of tests to dig into what's holding you back at other races, does Bahrain feel like a one-off, or do you feel you have a better understanding of what's stopping you from hitting those peaks at other tracks as well?
Well, I think during testing we understand a few things. I think we gained a little bit of time, not enough. We need to keep working. We need to try and understand what's the main issue, but the engineers are working on that.
You're coming here in a difficult situation, but you've been here many times before. You won the Monaco Cup twice. You've been on a podium in Formula One twice. You've been leading Monte Carlo Rally. You won some super stages. So what are your best memories from Monte Carlo?
Well, as you said, Monaco has been always pretty good for me from a very young age. So yeah, actually probably first time I have been racing here was '98 in karting, and probably this was one of the great days. but definitely finishing on the podium in F1 car in the F1 race also stands up. So yeah, I would say those two. But on the same time, also rally is something special. But we shouldn't be speaking about rallying here. I think there is more F1 fans and F1 journalists than rallying.
A year ago here in Monaco, I think it was the location, correct me if I'm wrong, but from your last personal mistake. With everybody speaking about you, they always say after that you became more mature. How do you see for yourself?
Well, I think not only after that, I think just in general, it's life. I'm getting older. General life experience, but yeah, sometimes you have to make mistakes to become a better driver. So this was one of them.
Max, get some hair on your face.
I'm still struggling.
Question for Valtteri. You lost at the start in the last two pole positions you had, and here it's clearly a place where nobody wants to lose a place at the start. Have you got to the bottom of what went wrong in Barcelona as well, and what has been done to prevent the repetition of that?
Yeah, for sure. Went through all the details and things to improve from my side and team side as usual, and yeah, we can see the cause of it. For sure, that clutch physically is out from the pool, but also there was things on the control side that in that unfortunate moment with just being on the grip limit allowed some hesitation and variation on the clutch torque, and we've done changes to prevent that. Hopefully will not happen again, and we move on.
How, after the hard start for Ferrari, how would you describe the atmosphere in the team?
I think quite calm, yeah, we are working all extremely hard. Obviously, the engineers are trying to understand and try to push the team forward, but overall I think we are all quite calm, which is needed. We obviously want to improve, so everyone is pushing very hard, as I said, but I think yeah, the most important is that the serenity in the team doesn't change, which it doesn't for now.